Let's go.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's complete to DK. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's caught. McMillan with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And it's a room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Jackson going to keep it. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now Lamar changing the play. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Hey, 43. Attack.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the gun, it's Jackson. From left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs.
Now Lamar changing the look. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Now a first kick, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On is Luke for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Ravens 17, Chiefs 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the Chiefs at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
20, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14.
Chiefs 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll find McMillan here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down and 4.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This is going to sound crazy, but that type of a carry, big-time run, actually brings a high and a low to it. The high, of course, is the run. But the low, he didn't quite get to the end zone, just short of the pylon. What do you think he's doing in the huddle right now? Guaranteed he's lobbying for the football.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Fire down these two. RW.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
And again, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes will do it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. This is caught by McMillan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down and 8. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jackson going to shift him around. And now an audible here into something else. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
In motion, the tight end. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Noah Fant, a 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. 18-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, second down and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass complete to Royals. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Hey, color! Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hero 15! Attack!
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 39 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will get him one closer.
40, Chiefs 35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That's complete to DK. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Hey, yellow, hey, go going. Attack! 15! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. Attack!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Through the middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Royals, 96 yards. And the Chiefs, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield,
and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
For the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
Chiefs 43, Ravens 40.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Down at the 31.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Right back to Mitchell here. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Yellow, 15. All right, go, Luke.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On the stop.
Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
At the 43-yard line.
The Chiefs had 2-1 now to start the campaign. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Slot man moves right. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. In motion goes the tight end. Again, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. A 3rd down gain of 19. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Jackson now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jimmy Horn Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Chiefs, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they easily move it to.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the first carry here for the running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Yellow.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Yellow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14 to 7.
Ravens 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Jackson. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2.